What's up, guys? Brian back from the PT channel here to talk about some Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 16, Last Day on Earth episode recap, review, discussion. Spoilers, we're going to talk about some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode, so do stop watching and stop now. But basically, the lineup looked good. We thought it was a pretty good rendition of it. There was 11 people instead of the 9 that the early spoilers said. It was crazy they were trying to carry Maggie through the woods. That was just you're going to carry her 2 miles to get to there too, but the saviors are ready for it. Rick's group gets surrounded by a ton of saviors. I just felt like there was like a million saviors to them too, and that's probably what their point was there. Rick's going to need some help, and they're going to get it from the kingdom going on forward. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but there's a ton of saviors against Rick's group. You kept seeing this through the episode. You're like, what the hell is this? But it's the viewpoint of the characters in the van with the lights and the sounds and everything that they see. We saw that it was Daryl, Michonne, Rosita, and Glenn in the van when they got put in the lineup as well. Now let's talk about the best part of the episode. It was the horse sprint and where they were going there with Morgan, Carol, and the kingdom. Hopefully they show Shiva the same way with that print. It'd be pretty cool. Morgan saving Carol was the best part of the episode. Morgan kind of redeemed himself a little bit by killing this guy. This guy was getting pretty annoying, but I kept shooting Carol and then shooting her again and making her suffer and everything, but glad he's gone. Carol wants to die, but Morgan saves her. All life is precious. There you go, in a good way. All life is precious. Everything is a circle. This guy was going to get shot by Rick. Morgan saved him. Now the Kingdom and those guys are going to save Carol, hopefully. The Kingdom Riders looked great. They were one of those things from the comic book. They did a good job. I thought that was pretty awesome. Rick and the group are going to need the help from the Kingdom, from these guys. They hate the saviors going forward, so the Rick's going to need help. Can't wait to see Ezekiel and Shiva, more than Shiva than Ezekiel, but Shiva's going to be awesome. Hopefully they do it right. Season 7, hopefully. They got to replicate this scene right here. Is the big war, all-out war there too. You see Michonne and Jesus and Ezekiel and everything there. But now back to the crap. The saviors set an example. They were going to set an example with this guy in the road, blah, blah, blah. The RV kept driving around. It got kind of annoying. The saviors kept blocking him and another route and blocking them and driving and blocking them and whatever. They blocked them with another road, but Eugene made a great point. The Saviors have some equipment and supplies that they're going to be in big trouble because they got some equipment to take it down. The Saviors like to hang people. They killed this guy finally. They hung a guy at the library. They set the wood on fire for some reason. The group couldn't go around it, but I guess they wanted to make sure that they couldn't move the wood, or they got to get a movement again. The Saviors blocked the routes to the hilltop. How'd they know they were going to the hilltop or whatever, but we'll see. The fire was burning there, so that doesn't get out of control. But the lineup was anticlimactic because we didn't get to see who died. It would have been pretty stressful if we knew who died. Negan was just chilling in the RV and comes out like, ta-da, suckers, here I am. But we felt Negan was too skinny. In the comic, he's basically taken after Henry Rollins. So Henry Rollins is skinnier now, but back then he was a pretty bigger guy. Big personality equals big guy, so he's much bigger, and their personality-wise and size-wise we thought would have been much better. Lucille looked great, of course. It's a barbed wire bat, so how are you going to mess it up? Why wouldn't you just kill Rick? He's the leader, do all that, but, it's a comic, and they got to go forward, and they need Rick, I know that. Future serial killer, he calls him, but it was pretty funny. Negan is pretty funny, so he's going to be some comic relief, but also the bad guy. Abraham wasn't backing down. He didn't make it to he didn't make it to the lineup in the comics, so is he the one to die? I don't know, but he's in the running for sure. The monologue was straight from the comics and the leaked audio, but without the curses. Michonne was barely shown. We saw her out the van and here, there too. Nothing really, no lines in the lineup or anything. Eugene was the most terrified for sure. Look at that face. Josh McDermott does a good job with that. Sasha was a close second, being scared. I think she was the only one that actually shedding a tear. Hopefully she'll make it out. We're going to need her going forward for sure. How is he going to have the group work for them? I don't know. He always just tack Alexandria. He just needs to say, "Your work for me. Take half your shit." Maggie looks terrible. Hopefully she'll keep Pancake. Got to get to that hilltop and the baby. Daryl's in rough shape. He's got a gunshot wound. Hopefully, how's he going to do with that right arm there and his shoulder? Good luck there if he makes it out. No F-bombs in the episode. I thought AMC was going to show cursing the first time and then edit it for without cursing, but I didn't hear any. Rosita is alive and kicking. Wonder how they will continue with her with season 7. Does she continue with the comic book style? They purposely messed up the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, so people couldn't figure it out because, people would. They would do the math and check up the lineup and everything, so they purposely changed that. Aaron was the only one that moved away from the bat. He should have stayed back in Alexandria. Is he going to die because of that? I don't think so, but we'll see. They did a lot from the comic book with Negan. That's why we think it's Glenn, because it's straight from the comics, what they did. The leaked audio was exactly the same. Who got that audio, whatever, it's pretty awesome, but it was exactly what it was. So no April Fools. Glenn tried to protect Maggie during the lineup. Did Negan take notice and kill him to prove the point? That's a huge point of killing him. Their first view of the viewpoint, the first person view, was actually done well, but it took it away because we didn't know who died. He did the comic justice. We know Kirkman loves Negan, and he did it right from the comic and really did a good job with it. It's pretty cool to see, though, how you would get Lucille in there, too, and that's what they were going for. But they got to make up for it. AMC's got to make up for it for sure, because the finale sucked, and we don't know, because we don't know who died. That was the biggest thing. If that happened, we would have been fine. But we think Rick and Carl have to be safe, because Negan says if anyone moves, cut the boy's eye out and feed it to his father. So they'd be dead if that happened. So we still think it's between Abraham, Glenn, and Daryl, just because Abraham kind of stood up a little bit and gave that to Negan like I can take it. But our pick and my pick, I know, definitely is still Glenn. They did so much from the comics. Why not continue to kill him straight from it? Going forward, it's without him. Who do you think? Who's your pick? What do you think? Let us know. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and thanks, guys.